Hey guys, this is Tauna. Today we're going to be talking about two new Secret Lairs that were just revealed. I'm pretty excited about one of them. I think that one of them is really, really great. And the second one, I really love the artist for it, but I think that they really kind of wasted her here, but we'll talk about that in a minute. If you guys are interested in, going through the Secret Lairs, kind of discovering how much they're worth and stuff, and kind of keeping up with date with that kind of stuff, make sure you do follow and subscribe. I will say, I don't entirely like Secret Lairs because of the fact that they're limited print runs and stuff. They end up, look at the Raining Cats and Dog one that's now like $600 or something. It's ridiculous, but I like kind of looking at them. They're really cool art and everything. So the first one here is the Kathleen Neely one, and I actually love this one. So these cards here are all kind of, in this really amazing kind of art style. As you can see here, Kathleen's kind of art style and everything. And this set is very interesting because it's essentially kind of like a Prosh Kickstarter, like a starter kit for your Prosh deck that you can use all of these cards in it. They're not necessarily going to be the best cards in it, don't get me wrong, but I do think that they are some really great cards that can go in here. So here you can see Prosh here. I don't mind the text on it either. I kind of historically kind of talked to you guys a bit about how the fact I don't like how some Secret Lairs have no text on them, but they actually included all the text in here alongside and kind of worked into this amazing art. Now, Prosh isn't a super expensive card or anything, but a really kind of, an interesting commander and a commander that lots of people love. So then we've got Fusidity here. An enchantment that's all around, whenever a creature dies, and that's all Prosh's thing here. So you'll notice that, Prosh is around sacking creatures and, creating all those kobolds and everything. And, most of these are going to be around when you sack creatures and stuff. So this one here deals, makes it so that you draw a card whenever a creature dies. We've got Moldavine Reclamation here. Whenever a creature you control dies, you gain 1 life and draw a card. Again, a great card that can go in here as well. We've got Dictate of Erebos, which is the most expensive kind of reprint here. All the rest are like less than $1, I think. Yeah, all the rest are like less than $1, but this Dictate of Erebos is, decent value. Flash, whenever a creature you control dies, each opponent sacrifices a creature. So it is a really kind of decent card. Like, I think it's a decent one. I do think that, Grave Pact might be slightly better in most kind of circumstances. Grave Pact costs 4, this costs 5, but this only requires 2 black. But either way, it is a good card that you can run in here instead of like a Grave Pact anyway, as well as the fact that it's got Flash, which kind of makes it slightly better. Other than that, I think that they're like roughly the same. Yeah, they're roughly the same. And then this one here is Mayhem Devil. Again, I love this art here. Whenever a player sacrifices a permanent, Mayhem Devil deals 1 damage to any target. And so this here, I put it's 83 cents. However, it's got a star next to it. The reason it's got a star next to it is because it was just reprinted in what was it? Dominaria. Ravnica Remastered, just reprinted in Ravnica Remastered, and at the start of the year it was $3. Historically, like ages back, it was like $4.40, like a year back. Like, it's been a decent kind of value card. It's only kind of dropped since like January this year when it got reprinted. So when they're kind of, I assume that they're not working within the last kind of 2 months to get these done or anything. Assumably, back when they were working on it, it was probably like a $4 or $5 card. So it's still a really great card. It's still going to be finding use here. It's just not worth quite as much nowadays. So all of those, I really love them. I think this is probably a really great kind of Secret Lair, especially if you want to build a Prosh deck. The art is really nice too, in my opinion, but art is subjective. You guys may not agree with that. I really like it. So the next one here this is Julia Bell. So these are 5 different cards all around. They're not super kind of themed, in my opinion. Like, The Soul Warden and Good Fortune Unicorn kind of go together. Not so much the else, like the rest kind of a bit more meh. The Soul Warden and Good Fortune Unicorn, though, work really well together. So Coat of Arms, I think, is the most expensive reprint here. It gives each creature +1/+1 for each other creature on the battlefield that shares at least one creature type with it. Very, very nice value card there. Decent art too. We've got Good Fortune Unicorn, 25 cents. Whenever another unicorn you whenever another creature you control enters, put a +1/+1 on that creature. That's going to find a fair bit of use in different decks and stuff. It's not like, it still finds use in decks, in like counter decks and stuff, but it's not insanely great value or an insanely great card. There's ways to be able to make it go like alongside like infinite blink decks and stuff to make infinite size creatures and everything, but it's not an insanely great card. It's just a good card. Next is Soul Warden. Whenever another creature enters, you gain +1. Those two go really well together if you're doing like a flicker deck and stuff. Definitely great cards together. We've got Shivan Dragon. Shivan Dragon, I think, has like 3 Secret Lairs or something now. Yeah, not the best of cards and stuff. 8 cents. I think that's almost the cheapest card that I've seen kind of reprinted in one of these Secret Lairs, but it's a card, you could use it, but meh. And then we've got Elves of the Deep Shadow here. So you can see they're all kind of like that. I think it's like 70s, 80s kind of fantasy style art and everything, which is interesting because I just don't think they use kind of Julia Bell. So this is Julia Bell's kind of other artwork here. And honestly, this is the kind of stuff that is very kind of, this is like the stuff that she's kind of known for, in my opinion. And it's the stuff that I would have loved to have kind of seen here. I have had to block this out because it is not safe for work, but like the art is just amazing here. And I just don't think that kind of this art necessarily kind of represented a very like similar art style to all that kind of stuff. It is like, as I said, like that kind of 70s, 80s fantasy art and everything, but it's a bit meh in my opinion, and the reprints aren't all that great, but maybe you guys disagree. Maybe you guys really love it. I do like the Unicorn. I do like the Soul Warden. Those are probably my favorite. Shivan Dragon I could pass on, and the other 3 not a huge fan of. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think. Have a great day and goodbye.